Hello.
What's up?
Hello.
We got Electric Shock here for Cool Ranch Corner, episode 65. It's the holidays. Christmas has passed. How was your guys' Christmas?
Mine was good. Really good this year. Really chill Christmas. Just I think this Christmas was more about like, just hanging out with family, appreciating family and appreciating time. So it was really good.
Yeah, I feel that. We stayed home this year. It was baby Casey's first Christmas though, so that was really special. Yeah.
Nice.
Chris, did you stay home or did you?
Yeah, cool. Because mom and dad went to Texas, I think. So I couldn't do anything. I was just staying
Gotcha.
here. Um, but I mean, I chilled out, played Call of Duty, Fallout, ate some pizza. Just
Nice.
didn't do a whole lot. So
Did you guys get anything exciting for Christmas?
I got a new toaster air fryer combo thingy majingy.
Oh, what brand is it? Is it Ninja or?
Ninja, yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we have like a toaster oven thing like that. Yeah, those are
Ours
pretty sweet.
holds up on the
Yeah,
yeah. Oh wow, we have the
yeah, that's
same
the
one.
one.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that thing's really awesome. Like I hardly ever use the oven anymore. I just use
Yeah.
that thing. So
No, I'm excited to use it. And then I also got a Ninja food processor, so, adult things.
nice. Yeah, I got a Ninja Creamy like a month
Ooh.
ago. That thing is
Yeah.
awesome. I have not made like GFUEL ice cream or anything with it yet. I need to do that,
That
but
looks good. Yeah.
I'm sure that'll be cool. Um, I got some 4K Blu-rays, because I'm a movie guy. Like I got Godzilla minus one. And there it is. I got this. Wife got me like an official
ooh,
Ooh.
lapper.
Very nice. So, quick question about movie stuff. Is that so I've been getting really into like 4K OLED stuff. So I have a 4K
Yeah,
OLED monitor and I just got a TV because I realized how insane it is for watching movies.
yeah.
So, how do you actually natively watch a 4K, 8K movie? Do you have to buy a Blu-ray disc?
That is the. I mean, you can't. So there's like a huge kind of argument about it in like the film community about like streaming and how it's compressed and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like the physical disc is always the best. But I mean,
Sure.
I think for casual viewers, you're not really gonna notice a difference. I think you're fine. I always tell people if there's a movie you really love,
Yeah.
or a movie that looks really good, then it might be worth getting the disc. But what do you mean? Like, is there?
I mean, I was just looking up like how to, watch an actual fully uncompressed like 4K movie.
Yeah, you got to do a disc then.
And
That's pretty much the only way.
because like I mean, I didn't really have any complaints watching like what was it? Encanto on Disney Plus
hmm.
looks insane on
Yeah,
OLED. But it looked good. It looked insanely sharp. But like other things, like I think some Netflix things that should be in 4K, like were not in 4K, and they just didn't look right. So I don't know. And then another big issue is if you want to watch on PC, like on your web browser, nothing plays in real 4K.
Yeah.
yeah, nothing does. I know, Chris. I don't know if you've seen like because Chris and I use the same like Fandango account. If you watch something on your computer, it's like, oh, this is not available in 4K on your device, and it's
Hmm.
like,
Well, because
man,
what I've noticed is it'll say like 4K UHD, and then I go to watch it, and I'm like, this looks like 720p. Like this is not, this
Yeah,
does not look good at
exactly.
all, bro.
Yeah.
yeah, no, I mean, I think the biggest issue is that the US is just so behind when it comes to internet speed and stuff. And so that's what really holds it back. But I mean, I imagine it's just like any other thing you stream. You know, it's just a server with a bunch of files, and
Yeah.
everybody's watching the same files on the same server, so you're gonna have that kind of like,
Yeah, that makes
I don't know, latency issue or something. Like, I don't know. It's like I said, it's definitely a big argument in the film
Yeah.
community that people don't seem to understand why like streaming will never really be as good as having an actual disc. You know, because they're like, buy physical media, and it's like nobody wants to have to store a bunch of discs, you know. But I've gotten rid of a lot of mine, and I've been giving away Blu-rays in the Discord and stuff just to kind of whittle down what I have. But
do you think like if they were able to get it onto like an SD card, they would still look good?
I mean, I think that would, because they're using like the source file, it would probably be better. But
then it would be easy to pirate copy. They probably wouldn't want to do that.
I mean, you can still do the same thing with a disc, though. No.
Yeah, I mean, there's really no way around that. But yeah, no. But what brand of TV did you get?
Well, I was gonna get a Samsung, but then the Best Buy guy convinced me to get an LG. So I got like the newest LG 4K OLED with like real OLED branded with it has like I don't know, it's like 4x brighter than other OLEDs, and it has like AI built in. Wow. Like, yeah.
your TV's gonna become sentient.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, because when I worked at Best Buy, they would always talk about that because they were always like, yeah, like you have your Samsung, your Sony, and your LG. And LG was the actual brand that had OLED, and then Samsung was sneaky about it, and they called it QLED. But it looked like, and so you would think that you were getting the actual OLED, and it wasn't.
And
like
it's just LEDs.
Yeah, like they're I think it was like a similar technology where it looked really good, but it was like because it you know, a Q and an O look similar, especially like at a glance.
Yeah,
people were thinking they were getting OLED, like the actual brand, and they weren't.
I bet you old people are getting fooled.
Oh yeah,
they can't
dude.
see too well.
Absolutely.
I don't. So I think Best Buy has a really bad habit of preying on old people for a lot of stuff they sell. Like
Chris used to work at Best Buy.
Yeah, I was there for like 2.5 years, and they would always push this thing called total tech support, and I swear I remember somebody said that like it's pretty much meant for old people because they don't know how to fix their computer, and they're gonna be at Best Buy anyways trying to get a new one. So like you might as well just sell them that support package, and they're gonna go and get their computer fixed once, and then never do it again. Then forget about the subscription, and then they're constantly doing this like $200 subscription every single year, and they've forgotten about it, so that they don't cancel it. Like
that's crazy.
Maybe they just that was their theory, but that's what I had heard when I was there, and I was like, that's so scummy, dude. Like I can't imagine doing that on purpose. That's awful. But that's how they did it. Is they would just find people who didn't know any better and then just sell them this thing they didn't need. So
yeah. Well, our TVs aren't OLED, but they're 4K Sony HDR whatever. And the one that we have in the living room I've had for I think 8.5 years, and I have one line of dead pixels just showed up, and I'm like, no.
Oh
it is thankfully like right towards the bottom, so if you're watching something in widescreen you don't even notice it's there. But
that's what happened. Sorry.
No, you're good.
That's what happened to ours. We had a $150 Roku 4K TV, which amazing deal at the time. But after like 4 years, there were just the top, like 2 inches on the top was fine, and then all the way down there were these lines that were dead. Yeah. And so I was like, well, time to get a new TV, I guess. But it lasted a good while for $150 or whatever.
Yeah, no, my TV was like I think I spent $2,000 on it like 8 years ago, you know.
That's
yeah. But we're gonna try and hold out and wait until we get a house next year, because it's like mounted and everything, and I don't
Mhm.
want to. It's such an old TV that it has like an older mount that like they don't really make anymore. And so I'm
Yeah.
like, if we got a new TV, they'd have to install a new mount and everything. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna deal with that.
Mhm.
I'll just stare at this white line and
Yeah.
cross my fingers that more don't show up.
Oh.
Wait, it's a white line, not even a black line.
It is a solid white line of just dead pixels.
At that point, I just get some like electric tape and just
Oh my.
just put it right over.
Why is it white? I feel like
I don't know. I think it's because
yeah, malfunction. I don't
just
know.
straight up light comes through, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Well, because you would think that if it's dead, then it would
be
just
black.
yeah. It sounds like all 3 pixels are just on, or all 3 subpixels are on. So that's really weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so heavy too, like because
Ooh.
it's old, so it's like
Yeah.
It's
That's the
gotten
thing
really
about
light.
that's the thing about the LG that I got. I was like, I thought I would legitimately break it when I was picking it up because it's like this
yeah.
thin. It's
Yeah.
They
like
tell you like it's as thick as like 4 pieces of paper. It's like, whoa. Have you seen those ones that you can like roll and unroll now?
Yeah. Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have flexible OLEDs. They have
the
for the
hell?
longest time they were talking about like these transparent OLEDs where they were planning on using them as displays in like shops and stuff, so you could have like a screen that would show different products and you could see through the window still. So
Whoa.
yeah, like that was the thing. I remember they had it at CES like 5 years ago or something like that, but I haven't seen anything
Yeah.
about it since. I think that's like cyberpunk stuff right there, dude. Like that's really cool.
Yeah, well, I was looking because this is a 65-inch TV, and once you get past 65-inch TVs, they get really expensive, man. Like
Yeah.
the price has really gone down on 4K TVs for sizes less than that. But I'm like, when we get a house, I want
Yeah.
like a 77-inch TV, you know?
Yeah.
So
You should get 100-inch. Go for the
Yeah,
that would be like $6,000.
Yeah, and you have to get an
That's
8K
great.
as well.
Oh
Dude, which-
Yeah, geez.
my
and
God.
no one even talks about 8K anymore. Like they made it seem like it was gonna be this big thing, and it's not happening. Like
Well, I mean, I saw a
Mhm.
video where they put an 8K TV next to a 4K TV and had people come in and try to like tell the difference, and they couldn't. So it's I
Yeah.
think there's just like I think because the cameras that we used to film Pollo Loco, they shot in 6K,
Oh wow.
and the purpose of that is that when you're editing, you can actually like crop and zoom in, and it'll still be 4K because there's so many pixels. So
Mhm.
there is actually like a reason to shoot in higher than 4K, but having a TV that's more than 4K doesn't really make any sense. And like nothing supports it. You know, like YouTube's like the only thing. I don't know if you've seen, but like
Yeah.
doesn't YouTube go up to like 16K or something now? Like
probably.
I've watched 8K, but not
I've
16.
I've definitely seen 8, but I haven't seen 16. But I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
yeah, I think TVs are really moving towards, like you said, like the OLED and having like better Retina display and deeper colors and all that kind of stuff. So, but anyways, I guess we can move on from TV
Oh,
talk.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
I don't think that was on the list. Whoops.
No, it's fun. No real updates on my feature film. I don't know if Shock knows anything about that, but I'm making a military film, and I have like a it's a full feature film with like a real budget and everything. So we're in pre-production on
Wow.
that right now. Yeah, I wrote it, producing
Yep.
it, directing it, starring in it, and I'm gonna edit it. So
Wow.
I just upgraded the RAM in my PC to 128 gigs, so I don't have to like worry about my whole computer like freezing and stuff when it's trying to like scroll.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I
Um,
mean just me working on, so I film in 4K on my Sony.
Yeah.
And just having like 20 minutes of that footage in there, and like I have a 4090, I have 64 gigs of DDR5, and
Damn.
it's still like sometimes a bit choppy. So I can't imagine if you got an hour
Yeah.
or two of footage in there.
I think the what I looked up was really the only thing you could do besides upgrading like your GPUs is how much RAM you have, because it's basically just like how much of the data can it preload, you know? Like
Yeah,
that's the most important
exactly.
thing. I also when I've edited films, you end up working with like proxy files. So, you know, like it'll be like 6K
Hmm.
footage, but you'll get it down to like 720 so that your computer doesn't start freaking out. And so I shouldn't have to do that anymore. So we'll see. But I mean, a feature film, we're talking like an insane amount of data, like 8 terabytes or something like that. So that's gonna be crazy.
Holy crap, dude!
Yeah,
What?
man.
Wow. Oh my god.
So Pollo Loco is at 127,000 views. So I got a bowling vlog with the family going up. That was our like incentive for hitting 125K. So that's going up
Yeah.
tonight. So by the time people see this episode, it'll be up. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for 150K. I thought about either putting together that behind the scenes footage, or I don't know. I'll have to come up with something to do. I thought about doing some little videos where it's literally just like I talk about some little neat fact, you know, like the chicken going backwards at the beginning. I don't know. I've talked to you about that, right, Chris?
No.
There's a shot, or no, it's at the end, I think. Where I go to dump the bucket and I can't remember what it was. We didn't get the shot the way that I needed, and so you see it get dumped, and then when I like lift the bucket back up, that shot I totally went Tarantino and reversed it. Because like Tarantino reversed like the shot in Pulp Fiction when they stab her with like the adrenaline
Hmm.
shot or whatever, right in the chest. Like they actually like pulled that out and then just reversed it, so it
Yeah.
looks like it's going in. And so if you look, when I raise the bucket, there's a chicken totally running backwards, but you won't notice it unless you look. You won't know
My
unless you
god.
look. It's another one of those things, you know. But yeah, so I thought about like doing some little videos like that where like I show little Easter eggs and things that like you wouldn't know unless you knew.
Yeah. I feel like
Um,
behind the scenes, like a full like video on
yeah,
that would probably be 200K. That's what I would feel like.
I think so. Yeah, so I got to figure out what we're doing for 150, but
Yeah, Easter eggs would be a
um,
good one though. I think that's a good idea. That's funny though. I love
yeah,
the chicken thing. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
yeah. Um, trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to talk about. Oh, I saw Nosferatu last night, and I was actually honestly kind of disappointed. It was definitely a little overhyped, but it's a good movie. It's not amazing like everybody hyped it up to be.
I still don't.
um,
What was the plot of it to begin with? I don't
Yeah.
understand
What
I
is
it.
mean,
it?
it's literally like it's the same plot that every Dracula movie's ever followed, basically.
Ooh. Okay.
But
Hmm.
it's like incredibly well shot and everything, and color graded so it looks black and white whenever it's like moonlight and stuff. Like it looked really cool, but I just found the characters to be a little underwhelming, and there wasn't really like a concept of time. Like they would be, you know, it's like the 1800s, and so homeboy's like, I'm gonna go talk to this guy, and it's a 6 week journey, and then it just cuts to the next scene, and he like shows up, and it's like I didn't feel like 6 weeks, you know, like stuff like that just felt a little weird. But anyways, I'll move on from the nerdy movie talk. Our main topic is what are the best G Fuel flavors of 2024? I already know what my like absolute favorite one is.
Yeah. I actually already made a video on this, so this will be easy.
Go for it. What's your
And
favorite?
I literally have the full list of new flavors right over here. My favorite flavor that was actually delivered and we could taste it, because some flavors were pre-order and we didn't get them until 2024. Um, but my favorite flavor of 2024 in terms of taste was Chucky's Good Guys.
Oh wow.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was just so real tasting, and it was tropical blood orange. It just so flavorful. It was like a real Florida navel orange with like a nice blood orange. I don't know. I thought it was great. Just strong, punchy on the flavor, and just super real tasting. Um, so that was my favorite like flavor.
Overall,
In
yeah.
terms of favorite release, Shrek without a doubt.
I knew it. I
Yeah,
knew
yeah.
it.
I mean, I thought the Mai Tai was fine. That
Yeah,
that that onions and waffles was foul. I don't know how they're gonna top that in terms of being gross. That was I threw up. I don't know if you saw my video, but I straight up I was throwing up. It was
didn't you
bad.
take 2 sips?
Yeah, I took the first sip and I was like, they didn't even see how like it was such a small sip. I was like, if I don't take a bigger sip than that, they're gonna call me a bitch. And so I put some in a glass so they could see, and then I drank it. It was like 2 minutes of me just gagging, and then I finally threw it up.
Why
And I
was
was,
it so bad?
I, it lingers too, unlike any
It
other
was
flavor I've ever had.
it was on my fingertips for a few days and I couldn't get it off.
Ugh.
Oh.
I think it was the onion, the potent onion. Something about that. And then the fact that it tasted like onion, but it was sweet, like the
Yeah,
waffle.
that tastes like maple syrup. Yeah. Ugh.
It was on I'd drink chili dogs any other day. Or like
That's what I said. It's like I'll drink a whole thing of chili dogs right now over this.
oh man, it was so bad.
Wait, did you guys
You
do
know,
it
I
with
thought-
water or milk?
I did it
Water.
with water. I thought I was gonna be able to do it with milk because like water was gonna be no problem. And yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm not doing
me
it.
too.
People have told me like I'm gonna comment every day, mix swamp water with onions and waffles, and I'm like, you can keep doing it, bro. I ain't doing
Okay,
that.
okay. So how about this? When Pollo Loco hits 500K, you drink it with milk.
Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna do that to myself, bro.
500K
But at
is
500K, we're gonna be the new film's gonna be like in
Oh
post
man,
production. We're moving on. I don't
That's
know. There's
awful.
maybe for 150K, I can do like the one chip challenge.
Yeah,
I did the death nut challenge, and that's easily worse than that. So I think I could do the one chip, no problem. And it would still suck, but
I mean, what's a death nut?
it's
What's
5 levels. There's like
Uh-huh.
5 levels, and let me look at the Scoville levels so I can tell you. Death nut 2.0, but there's so each one is just like there's like 5 peanuts, and
Okay.
you know they have different. Let me see. So yeah, level 1 was Carolina Reaper powder. Level 2 was Scorpion, Butch tea peppers and Carolina Reaper powder. Come on, man! I'm trying to read this, and this stupid like email list thing pops up. Level 3, uh, Carolina Reaper peppers, chocolate. I can't read that; it's like too blurry. Something Carolina Reaper powder, and then level 4 was when it got really bad. 7-pot Douglas peppers, 7-pot brain strain, Carolina Reaper, and then the level 5 was the Maruga Scorpion pepper, and my insides hurt. Like literally, my insides were. I was like, I might have to go to the doctor.
well, what is the one
Oh.
chip supposed to be?
Let me see. So Death Nut gets up to 13 million Scovilles. Okay. And the one chip, I know it's not as hot.
Probably like 5.
Yeah, the one chip is only like 1.7 million.
What?
So I'm telling you, okay, it says the 2023 version is approximately 2.2 to 2.3 million Scoville units. So that like once I've done the Death Nut, I feel like that's a piece of cake, you know.
Baby
I mean, like I said, it's still gonna suck because the thing that sucks about hot stuff is it lingers, you know. Like you're pretty much in your whatever level of heat you have, like you're screwed for like the next 15 minutes, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
I mean, what do you think's worse though? Do you think like drinking onion and waffles or like one chip
I-
challenge?
The one chip challenge, like that hurts. The onions and waffles will definitely make me vomit.
Yeah. I
'Cause
would rather
I
have
don't
pain.
I don't like onions. I don't like onions.
I hate throwing up. Ugh.
Well, see,
Um,
throwing up mainly sucks because of like the buildup. If it just happened, it'd be whatever. But I hate that feeling where you're just like, I know it's coming, but it won't come out yet. That's what I don't like about throwing up.
you know what? Honestly, I think the reason why throwing up doesn't bother me is because of being on the boat. When I was in the Coast Guard, I was just constantly seasick, so it
Yeah.
was, you know, I would
Yeah.
just be throwing up constantly for like 80, 90 days at a time. So that doesn't that I think that's why that video, I'm like, I remember I started gagging and like she stops recording. I'm like, what are you doing? Record. Like this is the experience. You
Well,
know,
because
like,
Bobby doesn't like it when
oh yeah,
someone
no,
yeah
like,
you'll start making the noise. And she's like, stop, stop.
see, I can't do poop. Like the changing baby diapers and like
Picking up after the dog.
picking up
Oh,
after the dog and stuff. I hate
yeah.
that. But vomit,
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever. You know, as long as I haven't just eaten, like I don't
Yeah.
care. Um, so that's our agreement. Is like if it's vomit, I take care of it, and if it's poop, she takes care
Oh.
of it. But yeah, my favorite G Fuel flavor of the year,
Oh God,
Yep.
I know exactly what it's
Okay.
gonna be, bro.
Hidden Blade.
Yeah.
I am in love with Hidden Blade, man. I really like it. I've been drinking it pretty much every day. I got a second tub of it just because I'm like I know it's gonna run out. Um, yeah. What'd you think of that one?
Um, I felt like it was
It's a really mellow flavor.
it's a mellow flavor. It's a good flavor. Is it like insane? I don't know. I just felt like it didn't blow me away, but it was like, okay, this is good. But it wasn't like right after I want another one, I guess.
Yeah, I
Oh.
legitimately start like after I had it like 2 or 3 times, I started craving it. So, I've been drinking that one a lot. Let me see, because I have them all right here. I don't have the list
Mm.
like you, but
I can tell you all the new flavors that came out.
sure, yeah. How many were there? I feel like there wasn't as many this year.
There was about, let me see. So we had 5. There there were only 15 new flavors. That's it.
Whoa.
The 2023, I think there were like 40, 50.
Yeah, they went crazy last
Mhm.
year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we had in like the start of the year, there was honey lemon. That
Kinda
was
mid.
TikTok exclusive. And then we finally got our shipment of the Halloween flavors in. So that was Dream Demon, Hack and Slash, Chucky's Good Guys. And then we had stuff like right here we had matcha.
That one was good. I really liked that one in milk.
This one was pretty good. And then we had Atari. Good
Ooh,
collab. I'm not a cherry guy though.
I do like that flavor. I think I like Nuclear Sunset more than that one though.
Yeah, and then we had Nuclear Sunset. Yep.
It's a good one.
And then we also had Golden Berry or the
That
Golden Slushy. Yeah,
Yeah, that one was better than I expected.
pretty good. And then we also had the Cyberpunk Pineapple Banana.
Was not a huge fan of that one.
We had Ghostface, which dropped in the summer, which was kind of odd. Well, it was
Yeah.
a pre-order, I guess, but I wasn't crazy about Ghostface.
Yeah, I think it was solid for what it was, but again, if you don't like cherry stuff, you know, you're kind of
Yeah. And then we also had Sakuna's Finger, which was a fruity black tea.
that one was decent.
Yeah, it
I
was
not
pretty
not my
good.
favorite tea flavor, but
Yeah, same.
their tea flavors are always solid.
I'll have to try that one.
And then we had Miku's Sweet Melodies, Rock Candy, Energy, and Hydration. It was like, okay, it was pretty good. I'm not a big candy guy, so it was like, it was good, but it wasn't like, yeah, it wasn't crazy.
I don't know. When it comes to melon flavors, I don't think anything's gonna top watermelon limeade for me.
Good point. Watermelon mint, I
Well, 'cause
Ooh, yeah, that one is good.
wasn't
That one just got restocked, right? Watermelon mint.
Yes, it did.
was Flavor Bomb like was it part watermelon?
So yeah,
Yeah,
Flavor Bomb.
it was
So
classified.
that one was originally classified, and then
Yep.
they did the Free Guy collab, and then
Yep.
it hasn't been back since then, right?
No, it
Has it?
came back again in another form that it came back again in another reskin. I think it may have been I don't know. I know it came back. I think it might have been a mini tub of something.
Mm.
Bro, you telling me
But
it could have gotten more?
was sour PewDiePie last year?
Yes.
'Cause I thought that was an underrated flavor, sour PewDiePie. But
Sour fruit punch was this year, I'm pretty sure though. I
yeah,
really like sour fruit punch.
wait, no, wasn't that Doozy Fruit last year? They had like a really small run of it as Doozy Fruit.
That's sour candy fruit punch.
What?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I could have sworn that they're really different, like noticeably different.
Not much.
Um, but yeah, no,
Uh,
I think Good Guys is a solid choice.
and then there was obviously Hidden Blade and Swamp Water, onion and waffles.
Mmm, delicious.
That was really it. I mean, there were lots of reskins, restocks, but like new flavors, that was it, man. Like,
I mean,
oh,
I know that.
forgot about this one.
Oh, yeah, that one's pretty recent. I think I
Yeah.
like that one more than the other matcha flavor, the quirk
Same.
one.
Same.
Yeah,
It's like a smooth strawberry.
creamy strawberry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
super good. Super good.
yeah. I mean, I know that last year because I paid attention to the Reddit a little bit, you know, and
Yeah.
people were talking about like new flavor fatigue, like that because there were so many last year, they couldn't get them all. And
Mm-hmm.
so I think the sweet spot is probably somewhere around like 20 new flavors. And we didn't even hit
Yeah.
that this year. So curious to
Yeah.
see what I mean, obviously with G Fuel's new CEO, things are gonna change. So I'm curious to see what it's like this upcoming year, 2025. We'll see.
We also had energy protein.
That is true, which is really solid. I was surprised how good that stuff tastes in water. Like I did not think it was gonna
Yeah.
taste as good as it does in water. So
What's your favorite flavor of that one though?
French vanilla latte.
Hmm. I think chocolate's my favorite, but I also like couldn't have it after the taste test because I would explode on the toilet. So
I think I'm just over chocolate stuff because when I was in the military I would like so we would go on these deployments, right? And the boat was only meant to be out for like 40 days max.
yeah.
And we would go out for like double that amount of time. And so there would be a lot of times where we would be so low on food that the chefs would just start like making shit up, like hot dog spaghetti and stuff like that. And so I would just drink protein shakes when I didn't feel like eating what they had, and so I got sick of the taste of like chocolate protein. Um,
No.
so I think that's maybe why I'm a little biased, but yeah, no, I was really surprised how good that was. I wish they didn't get rid of the protein puffs because I liked those, but
Yeah.
um, yeah, I don't know, and I'm curious to see if we get that what is it, hydration IQ formula. I'm curious if they end up releasing that or not because I did like that.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And then they also had, I don't think I gave you any because I didn't have any, but they had a new energy burn line with like,
Yeah, I saw you
yeah.
made a video about that.
Yeah.
I do have some experience with fat burner stuff, so
Yeah.
I don't think I was missing out too much, but that is interesting. Um, how did it taste?
It just tasted like, it kind of tasted like an artificial burn. Like I don't know if there was actual cayenne peppers in it or flakes or powder, like the spicy demonade. But I'm not a big spicy guy, so I wasn't too crazy.
Gotcha.
about it. But
Cool. Anything else we want to talk about GFUEL related? I know your flavor is finally back in stock, right?
yes, we just restocked mango lemonade after an entire year plus of revamping the formula because yeah,
That's weird I mean,
yeah.
we don't have to get into that.
Did you did you
I'm
did
sure
you
you're just
try the
happy it's
messed up
back. I
one?
I did it. I still have
Okay.
my like original tub and
Okay.
perfect.
So yeah, the original one was great. It was mango forward, mango juice, and it's just super good. Um, and the third restock that we had, it tasted completely different. It tasted like lemonade with a pinch of mango and a full artificial candy flavor. Everyone was like, "What the heck is going on?" Um, so apparently, according to the lab, it was something to do with the beetroot coloring because
Hmm.
it's a natural coloring and it did something to affect the flavor. So what
Interesting.
what we did is we adjusted the coloring to be mostly carrot and a little bit of beet. So we adjusted that. And then we also added a little bit more mango flavor. And we got it fixed. The color is a little bit more peachy now, rather than more like a mango color. But the flavor is probably 95% close to what it used to be.
Dang.
Yeah. It's a great flavor if anybody is watching this and they're trying to decide what flavor to pick up next if you haven't gotten Shock's
Yeah.
Mango Lemonade. It's a really solid choice.
You
Definitely
can
one of
get a
the
tub. Get a tub right now with code DannyD for only like $12.
There you
That's
go.
it. That's it, man. $12.
That is a perfect segue into our quick ad break. Uh, use G Fuel code DannyD. Get you some G Fuel. I believe the Shrek collector's box is still up, right? I think you can
Mm-hmm.
still get that. You just heard us talk about flavors. Gummy Sharks is back, which I've recommended a ton. They're doing all kinds of like end of the year sales right now. There is also a New Year's BOGO going on. It's pretty limited though in terms of like what you can get, but it is there if you want to get the most bang for your buck. And also, like we've been talking about, like these codes have been stacking on some of these deals. So definitely,
Yeah.
whatever you get, see if the code stacks or not. You can also use code DannyD for Fit Butters. Get you some Fit Butters. They just did like a huge Christmas thing and dropped like 12 limited flavors. I think I have like 8 flavors to unbox or something. I'm really behind on those reviews. I gotta start reviewing it like once a week. But that stuff's great.
What are those?
They're nut butters, but they put in like whatever the flavor is, like Oreos or M&Ms, and
Oh, cool.
they do add. I mean, they have vegan ones,
Yeah.
so you can look and see which ones are vegan. But the ones that aren't vegan, they add a little bit of whey protein into it, which is
Yep.
supposed to make like the protein in the nut butter more bioavailable. You probably know about that with all the vegan
Yeah.
stuff because you have to like you have to really do your research when you're on that diet to make sure you like hit all the macros you need and stuff, right? The micronutrients and all that fun stuff. But yeah, Fit Butters is great. Check out those new flavors. I saw they had like a golden dream cookie, which is like a golden Oreo, so that looks good. Um, I've been adding it to my like protein ice cream that I make with the Ninja Creamy, and it's made a huge difference. Like I honestly like look forward to having my protein ice cream like every day now. So get you some Fit Butters. Join the Patreon if you want to support us that way. We have our Patreon questions, which we'll get into here after the giveaways. But if you wanna enter into the Discord giveaways, you only have to join the Patreon at like that dollar tier. So for as little as $1, you can start getting access to those special benefits. We for tier 2 members and above, we do our weekly gaming sessions. So today we played some Black Ops 6. Well, we'll talk about that in a bit. I'm curious to hear what Shock has to say about this new zombie map. Um, but you can join the Discord for free though if you want to come hang out and chat. After we gamed, we hopped into like the general chat and just talked about movies and stuff. So come join us. On to our giveaways. I did do some special giveaways for Christmas. To start off, we got the copy of Violent Night on Blu-ray,
That's
and
so
that
good.
is it is a fun one. That is going to Gummy Sharks 3621. Congratulations.
Very nice.
Next up for our big giveaway, we got a Sonic Peach Rings collector's box. That is going to Nikki Pantazis. We just played Call of Duty with him, so congrats, Nikki.
That guy's master prestige level like 120 something right now.
Is that Nick
Yeah.
Sanity?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah, Nikki, you need to go outside, bro. And then next up, we got some sample packets. I believe there's 5 in here, and a Winter White Shaker, and that is going to RT2 Easy Gaming. Congratulations. And then another bag of sample packets that is going to T Scraps. So congratulations to those winners. I'll be reaching out in the next 24 hours so we can get that sent out to you. Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. On to our Patreon questions. So if you are a Patreon member, whether it's the dollar tier or all the way up to the producer tier, you can ask a question every week. And so it looks like we've got 4 questions here. Louis asks, what is your favorite GFUEL flavor other than your own flavor? So this is overall, any flavor ever made. Mine's watermelon limeade. I'll say that.
Of all time,
Of all time.
other than my own flavor.
Other than your own flavor.
Probably original peach iced tea. I mean,
Whoa.
I think that's Chris. Well, no, you just might be Nemesis tea, right, Chris?
It's kind of hard to say right now because I haven't had Nemesis tea in a while. Right now I'm drinking it's the Mudtooth's tonic, which is just the peach iced tea.
Peach iced tea, yeah.
yeah,
And I'm really liking that. Like it's
But-
really good. Is it different?
gotta be the original. The original was different. It was-
Really?
I remember having the original in the packet, and it was so much more tea forward.
yeah, it
yeah.
was real tea. It was frothy. It frothed like tea, and the peach was like a great sweet but a little tart peach. It was so good.
That was the old 25 calorie formula, though, right?
Yes. Yep. And it also had caramel coloring in it, and I believe it also had some sort of a tea extract in it.
Mm.
That's what made it
Well,
really good.
That was was it the raspberry? It was the raspberry iced tea.
I love raspberry iced tea, but I do get your complaint, Chris.
So I had done a review on it, and my thing was raspberry iced tea. Like it wasn't very tea flavored. It was very much the raspberry, and so I was like, it's not really what I was looking forward to. But...
Yeah, no, I agree.
So
with you on that.
what did you say yours was, Chuck?
Peach iced tea. OG.
So you guys, yeah, OG peach iced tea. Gotcha. Tommy Slays asks, if you could make the ultimate sandwich, what would it be on? I swear, Tommy makes these when he makes these questions, he's either hungry or. So the ultimate sandwich. What's your ultimate sandwich and what's on it?
God,
I mean, as a vegan, do you really eat sandwiches that often?
Yes. No, I do. I do, and I'm kind of more of like a vegetarian, pescatarian now, kind of.
Okay, so you can have like
I
fish
have
and eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
grilled cheese.
Dude, fake cheese is the worst, man.
So the only
It's
thing
so
is-
bad.
I can't have cheese because
Even fake cheese?
I'm really lactose intolerant. I
Oh,
can't
that's
have
right. Yeah.
I can't have fake. I do have. There's some good fake cheeses nowadays, but
Do you ever just say YOLO and have like a milkshake or something and pay for it
dude,
later?
a milkshake, I would
love milkshakes, man.
die.
I
Oh
think if
my
I was lactose, I would
God.
every once in a while just like
Well,
Oh,
so
Nice knowing you guys.
does the type of cheese actually affect that? Like the more oily cheeses, are they worse for you or
it's just no, it's just the amount of milk. So I think cheese would be less harmful than a glass of milk
huh?
because cheese has less milk content than a glass of milk. Um,
Dairy-free
but
ice cream has gotten really good.
dude, have you tried Ben and Jerry's dairy free? It is wild.
My
So
wife
good.
actually prefers some of those flavors, like the
Yeah.
dairy-free ones, over the regular ones, which I think is crazy, but I
I
hear it's
mean,
good.
Dang, no chocolate
I, I
milk.
I think I recently had like by accident like a bite of a real milk chocolate bar, and it's been so long that my taste buds were like whoa, because
Yeah.
I tasted everything that a vegan chocolate bar has, but then I got like this weird milky flavor that I've never, it's been so long that I noticed it and I was like, wow, that's what milk tastes like. There's like this weird milky flavor.
Was your stomach just instantly like,
I I wouldn't even say I really miss the milky flavor too much. I don't know. I was like, it was kind of tasted weird to me. I was like, what's that weird milky
Yeah.
that
yeah,
teat
I mean,
flavor?
I would say the closest thing I've ever done to that where I had to like cut something out was I purposely decided to like not do sugar for 30 days, and it was
Mm.
really crazy how fast like, because they say your taste buds are like, I can't remember what the number is, but like after so many months your taste buds are literally completely different because of how fast
That's
they like
crazy.
die and regenerate. But I remember my first time having sugar after not having it for 30 days, and it was just so overwhelming. And yeah, so like,
Wow.
but dude, I am such a like. Sometimes I have a whole day where it's basically just dairy that I've eaten. So I feel for you, man. I would die if I couldn't have dairy. I love a cookies and cream milkshake is like the ultimate dessert to me.
And you're telling me after that whole day, you're not just exploding?
No, like
What the frick?
I've learned that with
Oh my God.
with whatever it is, like a really good example is fiber, because I've had those like those sugar-free like gummies and stuff that they sell in like the TikTok shop, like the shameless snacks and stuff, and you look at it, it's like 26 grams of fiber. Like it literally tells you like if you're not used to eating this much fiber, do not have a second like bag. You will regret it. And
Yeah.
I noticed that like after having they weren't that great. Like they were fine. And so like I'm like, whatever, I'll just eat like a bag a day until I get through these. And I noticed that like with each day, like if fiber will make you very gassy if you have a
Mhm.
lot of it. And I noticed that like over the course of like a week, like that happened less and less. Like my body like adapted to it. And so I think I'm just like I have a really high tolerance for dairy because of how much like cheese it's cheese. I eat
Yeah.
cheese a lot of cheese. Like sometimes I'll have like my wife goes to like Trader Joe's and gets this like uncured like pepperoni slices.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
I get these tortillas that I found that are keto, and so it's like 50 calories for a tortilla like that big.
Mhm.
And I'll put like some cheese and then like the uncured pepperoni on there, and then another tortilla, and I make like a pizza quesadilla with this
Yeah.
like quesadilla press thing that I have. And so yeah, no, I eat a lot of cheese. Love cheese.
I mean, if you can handle it, that's
I
awesome.
yeah, I definitely can't. I mean, I drink a lot of protein shakes and stuff too. Like I get these Fairlife
Yep.
ones. They have like 30 grams of protein in them. And I mean, if
Yeah.
I had an issue with dairy, that would definitely cause some issues, and it doesn't.
Bro,
So
we're so far off the question at this point.
Oh my God.
yeah, no, the sandwich, the sandwich.
What
I
were
mean,
we on?
it
What
was
was it?
what's the ultimate sandwich? I can
Uh,
answer real quick. I really, I mean, Tommy, you might have wanted me to like build a sandwich, but I just don't really like. I don't know. I ate a lot of sandwiches when I was a single guy, and I was really basic. It was just like turkey and Swiss. But I think my favorite sandwich, like the ultimate sandwich for me, is Firehouse Subs has that Italian one. Oh my gosh, I like
Yeah.
hot subs. I really like hot sandwiches. I'm not a cold cold cut
Oh, I'm
guy.
a cold
Yeah.
sub guy personally. I was gonna say so Jersey Mike's has the original Italian. So it has provolone, ham, prosciutto, gabagool, salami, and pepperoni.
Gabagool.
So I freaking love that sandwich so much. Okay, I don't get veggies on it because I'm a coward. But um, but I will say like if it's not the white bread, then it's which is wild because I used to
I
hate
like
white bread.
wheat bread. I
I
love the taste of wheat bread.
there's something about it, like the combination of those ingredients with the white bread that just makes it like perfect. I tried doing the gluten-free bread from Jersey Mike's one time. It literally felt like eating the insulation from like a couch cushion. Like
Yeah,
it's awful.
bread without
Uh,
gluten is really weird because
Yeah.
it's like it's what makes the bread like stay together, right? Like it's like the binding ingredient, right?
Well,
Yeah.
Gluten.
I
It's
think
what
it's
makes it stretchy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but that is probably like my favorite sandwich. Runner up is Jimmy John's has their Italian sub, but there's like, have you ever had Jimmy John's?
Oh yeah, no, we love Jimmy John's.
See, so theirs are more like flat. Like they don't have them quite as like tall. Like they have flat sandwiches every time I go over there, and they're fine. They're a lot more like I guess the bread's more crispy. Like it's got some crunch to it sometimes. Um, it's not as soft, and so I don't like it quite as much. But there's times where I am craving that, but it's like mostly the same ingredients. So Italian subs really what I like, but I like them cold.
Yeah.
I don't like them hot.
All right, Chuck, what you got?
Mm.
Ultimate sandwich.
The salad.
Well, you know,
What's on this thing?
obviously, since I'm like vegetarian, I mean, you know, a normal, obviously, you know, bacon and stuff and deli
Lettuce.
slices. I mean,
Just
it's
lettuce and
all
bread.
it's all kind of out of the picture. I do make there's tons of, you know, vegetarian options and stuff, but I gotta say, I don't really know if this counts as a sandwich, but in terms of putting bread, you know, together with things, I really love. Do you know what naan is? The naan
Yeah,
bread?
yeah. Yeah, it's really
I
good.
think it's Indian style bread. Really stretchy, chewy, really good bread. What I'll do is I'll take tofu and I cut it, sear it, and then I have some really good barbecue sauce that I cook, caramelize it on that,
Ooh,
soak
I
it
like
into
barbecue
the
sauce.
tofu, and I'll put some butter and mayonnaise on the naan and the barbecued tofu, tomatoes, and I'll flatten it up and I'll just eat it like that, and it is actually so good.
Have you always
Uh,
liked tofu, or was it something you had to get used to?
I like it the ways that I cook it.
Hmm.
If you if you just eat a piece of tofu, it tastes like nothing.
Like whenever I go to like a hibachi place or like a sushi place, and they bring you that little bowl of like the miso soup and it
Yep.
has the little tofu chunks in it, I will literally like catapult that tofu. Like I hate that stuff, man. I can't
Well,
do
yeah,
it.
they don't even season it, right? It's just like a little
No.
Jello ball or
Yeah,
something.
it's just like a weird texture,
Cube.
little cube. Yeah,
Yeah, well, because tofu
Yeah,
is just like soy, isn't it?
yeah.
it's just mainly fermented soybeans that are like
Mm.
pressed together. That's really all it is. It's really the cleanest version of like a vegan protein. You know,
Eh,
the most non-processed version.
Have you ever heard people say that like men having too much soy can give you like man boobs or something? You ever heard that like rumor?
I mean, that's what my dad and my brother tell me all the time, but they have bigger man boobs than
I
me, so
I
I don't
watched
know.
I saw a video that like was pretty recent. There's this like bodybuilder guy that gives really good like advice, but he's also like
Yeah.
a
What's that? Did you see
he
that?
actually is like a doctor though. So like he actually has like a
Uh-huh.
degree in sports medicine and stuff, and they were talking about some studies that came out about the soy and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
it's totally a myth. Like the amount of soy that you would have to eat for it to cause hormonal problems is like ridiculous. So
And I think
you don't have to worry about that.
the actual the actual estrogen chemical that they're referring to is actually slightly different in soy versus women's estrogen.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
you know, I
they
know,
get
like,
testosterone from yams.
yeah.
So
That was
I don't know. Yeah.
Pretty sure
Isn't that
there's
crazy?
also hormones and testosterone in dairy, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, like if you don't get hormone free dairy, then it has all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff in it that but like I said again, you have to like consume so much of it that like it's not even realistically
Mhm.
possible. So nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
And like
I mean,
I think
I think at the end of the day, eating less processed things and less sugar is the most important thing. That's
right,
just the most
yeah.
important thing. You can't be perfect, but just
Yeah,
eat.
live life, but you know,
Yeah.
I like the 80-20 rule. I think that's a really good like mindset to have, you know. 20% of the time you can have whatever you want, 80% of the time like don't be an idiot
Yeah.
and constantly eat junk. Um I guess we could move on to our next question. When we're talking about being a soy boy,
Yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. Yeah, right.
uh,
Uh-huh.
uh, I think we should go in like I think Chris should go first, and then me, and then Shock, because I think this will be interesting. But Nikki asks, when and how did you guys find G Fuel? What made you be a part of their company? Chris
Oh,
introduced me to G Fuel, so I think you
yeah.
would be a good one to
So,
start.
God, I don't know if it was a phase video or what, but I remember I ordered samples, and
Yeah.
was it like a lemon lime? It was like way back when they first started or something like that. But I think I had heard about it from a meme. It was like KYR Speedy was like the channel that I was watching, and that was like,
Ah,
you
yep.
remember them? Yeah. And so like there was some stupid joke that they were making where it was like they would go for like a trick shot, but they weren't very good at the game, and so they'd be like gamma phase, and like the logos would pop up and everything, and then they would miss, right? And and so I was like, what is this? What are they talking about? And so I went and looked up phase, and then sure enough, they were talking about like G Fuel, and then I was like, oh, they're doing samples. So I think I had gotten a sample from there, and then from there, um, God, I don't remember like when I actually introduced you to that though. That was like a while after I had
I don't
seen
know,
that.
but I know that was like I'm
I
trying to
mean,
think because
you had to have been in the
right
Coast
around the
Guard.
time right around the time that I graduated high school, that is like a total blur because I literally went to boot camp and got brainwashed for like 2 months. So my memory is just like really
Oh my
bad.
God.
But I remember getting the box that had like the sample packets in it. So there was like 20 packets in it, and there was like lemon lime, phaseberry, peach iced tea, and I don't know what the other one was. But yeah, no, I remember you had like introduced me to it and you're like, yeah, this stuff's pretty good. And so like I got that box of it, and then I didn't get any for a while, and then Dr. Disrespect got Black on Blackberry, and so I ordered that collector's box. And then I don't think I got any more for a while, and then I got out of the Coast Guard and I was sick of drinking coffee. And so I started making videos where I was trying all the different energy drinks, and G Fuel was easily like the best one and like the healthiest. And so that's when I like doubled down and started buying that stuff. And I actually didn't get a code until I joined Elevate, which is that stream team. And then when I left them, I
Mm.
actually like I kept working with G Fuel, and it's turned into what it is now. But yeah, so I guess the way that I got in contact with G Fuel and really like started like a business relationship with them was when I joined Elevate, which I think was like
Was that 21?
beginning of 2021. Yeah.
Yeah, I still have
I,
some of
I
their
think I think I
merch.
got my code in like January or February of
Yeah.
2021.
Yeah.
But all right, Chuck, how did this start?
This started, I think a little bit before Call of. This started when Call of Duty Ghosts came out. I think this was 2013. 2013. I just bought my first Xbox, and I remember it vividly because I think I had my little Xbox over there, and my scuff controller, and I was just getting into all of the gamer stuff. Um, and I think it was a video of Jev. I think it was Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff was drinking pink lemonade when that first dropped, I believe. I believe it was pink lemonade. So I bought a 7-pack of pink lemonade on eBay.
The black market.
Yeah. And I think it was sold by nutrition wholesalers. They're still around today. They're reselling my flavor on eBay. Isn't that
Crazy.
interesting how
Full
it comes
circle.
around?
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, Pink Lemonade was my first one. 2013 Call of Duty Ghost on the Xbox. Um, and that was, dude, I remember mixing it up for the first time in a little clear plastic bottle, putting that packet up in there. And I remember, the first time I had it, I'd never had any artificial sugar at that point. So it did taste a little weird the first time I had it. I'm not going to lie, because I wasn't used to any sort of artificial sugar. But I definitely got addicted after a while.
Yeah, I
so.
practically live on it now,
Yeah.
so
And I think from there, it went to Peach Mango was my first tub. I got a Peach Mango tub. That was my first ever video. Peach
I never got
Mango
to have
taste
that.
test. Yeah, Peach Mango taste test in the black tub. I think it was 2014. That video got like 10,000 views. I was like, it was insane. It did so much better than any Call of Duty content I ever did. So I started doing G Fuel taste test reviews. I started doing Does It G Fuels. Those were the days where I did a Does It G Fuel and it would get 10K views on YouTube.
Dang.
Were you monetized?
Yeah, I was monetized. Yep.
Damn, yeah. So you were starting to like make a little bit of money from it too. That's
Yeah. My first ever YouTube paycheck was $80. I remember that.
I don't think you can
Wild.
even get it. I think you have to have $100 now to even get a payout.
Yeah, right. Well, that was the time when there were YouTube partners. So like
Yeah.
mine was
Oh.
I think mine was Union for Gamers or something. Or no, Freedom Network or something like that. I don't know. But
Sounds
when
like
they
Starship Troopers or something.
Yeah.
when YouTube took 50% of your earnings and then this company took another 50% and then you were paid.
Yeah, that was
Damn.
like the machinima days. Like it was
Oh, yeah,
that era.
exactly.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yep. But yeah, and then I made G Fuel videos all those years, and I didn't get a code until I think late 2018.
That's crazy.
So
I would have thought you had a code sooner than that.
no,
That's
I mean, I had like 60,000 subs, and I still didn't have a code. G Fuel was very exclusive back then.
yeah.
It was, it was only the big guys in G Fuel, back in the day. But I missed out on so many like code uses. It's crazy.
I mean, I don't think I would have gotten a code when I did if it wasn't for Elevate. So
Yeah.
like, yeah. I mean, I remember getting the code and like they started like commenting on my TikToks and stuff, and I was like, this is so crazy. Like I didn't know if it would actually like work, like getting involved with them, because I had really like doubled down and started getting like every flavor that came out. So cool that it
Yeah.
worked out, and now I got this like giant wall behind me, and every time I go into like a film meeting now, somebody's always like, holy shit, like what is that? And I'm like, it's an energy drink, I'm sponsored by it, and he's like, that's all caffeine, and I'm like, yeah, there's enough caffeine here to kill a small village. It's a good icebreaker. But
Oh my god.
yeah, that's crazy, man. I didn't know you didn't get a code till 2018.
Yep.
It must have been so surreal to get your own flavor then.
Yeah. I mean, it was just it was crazy because I remember so many years kind of spamming G Fuel on Twitter, like, give me a chance, come on, give me a chance. And I think at one point he said One of the guys from G Fuel told me to just keep grinding, and maybe one day.
Nobody was like, "Fuck off, loser." No,
and yeah, and to have my own flavor is just it's just wild. I mean, it really it's I don't even know. It's just crazy.
When did you get your flavor?
I got it 2022, I think.
like end of 22, right?
I think so. Goodness, I can't believe it's already been so long since I got my flavor. That's
I mean, I remember you. I think you were talking to me like behind the scenes about like testing it and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
it was really cool to see you go through that, and like I like all that behind the scenes stuff that people don't really get to see, like seeing the care that you put into it and making sure that it was something that
Yeah.
that people would appreciate and stuff was really cool. So
I just wanted it to be perfect, and I wanted people to feel like I cared about them buying it, and I cared about every single person who ordered it. So I mean, I literally I made custom stickers, and I went to the office and I signed like 300 boxes personally, and yeah, I just feel like more flavors need more of that personal touch to them.
yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think what I could compare it to. Like, it's almost like somebody who reviews movies for a living, and then they make a movie, and it's like if the movie's not good, then that reputation's kind of tarnished forever. So, I mean, I think people would expect somebody who's been reviewing G Fuel for like 10 years to make like the ultimate flavor, and so I
Yeah.
definitely think you did. So,
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
not only I think I would have maybe done like a tea flavor, but I think I wanted to also appeal to the public, and I wanted it to be a long-term good selling flavor.
yeah,
And mango lemonade was really that. Um, so yeah, I mean, as much as I love some flavors like Duke Nukem Ego Boost, it just doesn't have the art to sell to a public consumer. So that's why I made mango lemonade the way I did, because I want people to look at this and be like, ooh, ooh, that looks good. Ooh, look at that. That looks refreshing.
yeah. That artwork is killer, man.
Yeah. Um, but anyways, yeah, that's why.
Cool. Yeah. Our last question, and I think this is probably because of Nosferatu, but Super Dude 01 asks, "What is your favorite vampire movie?" I think mine's either Fright Night because of the practical effects and it's like the 80s and everything, or I do think that movie Daybreakers with Ethan Hawke, and like I think Willem Dafoe's in that one too. That one's pretty underrated. Yeah, you guys got an answer? What's your favorite vampire movie? It's kind of a really niche question, but I don't even know if Shock really watches movies that much. So
I do. I watch quite a few of the movies. Vampire, I mean,
not bad.
one is coming to mind, but is it okay if it's animated?
Yeah, no wrong answers.
I mean, obviously, I would say right off the bat, what comes to my mind is Hotel Transylvania.
I knew it. I knew it.
It's a good movie.
My girlfriend and I love that movie, but in terms of a real life vampire movie that I've seen,
Abraham Lincoln
Yeah,
Vampire
so
Hunter.
I was thinking that as well.
no,
Yeah.
I think it's with Nicolas Cage. It was pretty new.
Oh, Renfield.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you have what? Wow.
I did not hear good things about it.
I thought it was pretty funny. It was goofy funny in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen any vampire movies.
What is yours like? What is that? Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire, like that
No.
Disney Channel movie.
No, but genuinely, I don't like. There aren't really any vampire movies that I've seen that come to mind. At least aside from the two that I was thinking of, Hotel Transylvania and the Abraham Lincoln one, I haven't seen. So
You haven't seen either of those?
No, I haven't seen either of them
What?
at all. So
Hotel Transylvania is like
my
legitimately good.
I know it's good just because I mean the fact that they've made multiple movies for that franchise, it goes to show people were definitely like interested in that first movie. But I never watched it. I think I had seen like trailers for it and worked at Harkins when I was like 16. That's like all I had seen from it. So I don't know.
Gotcha.
I don't think I have an answer for that one, to be honest.
Oh well.
Is is Abraham Lincoln Vampire, is that like a good movie?
It's okay.
I heard
It's
it
a little
was
silly.
yeah.
Gotcha.
It was one of those like 3D movies, so it just like constantly does these things where it's like, oh, that's supposed to be 3D, but it's not, so it's not cool.
Okay.
But anyways, thank you guys for your Patreon questions. We're gonna move on to our next topic. Black Ops 6 talk. We've been talking about that like every week a little bit. Not a whole lot's really changed. We got the holiday stuff still that's coming to an end. I did want to hear what you thought of the game and everything though. Doc?
Yeah. I mean, have you been playing it quite a bit, Danny, or?
Yeah, we've been playing it with the Patreon every weekend.
I love it. I love Black Ops 6. I think it's one of the best Call of Duties we've had in a very long time.
Agreed.
I have not had like so much fun in a Call of Duty in a long time. Like the amount of laughing I've had with Prop Hunt and my friends has been unbelievable. I love zombies. I freaking love zombies. The castle map is amazing. Citadelle Des Morts.
Chris is a hater.
Yeah, I don't like the new map, dude.
What the hell? I literally have a save file right now. I'm almost at round 100.
Oh.
Dang. Yeah, I haven't been able to get past round like 60. Granted, I haven't been playing a lot lately, but yeah, Citadel's not.
Citadel is very hard. It is a very hard zombies map.
I don't think it's as hard as what's the Terminus? Yeah, that one's still the hardest to me.
Terminus to me, that's actually like probably the most fun map. I think Liberty Falls is really good for like casual, but like if I was to do
it
for
gets
higher
boring
rounds,
after a while.
it would be Terminus. So I don't like Citadel because people made it seem like it was going to be like the next Cybertruck, and it's like the wonder weapons aren't fun at all. Like they don't feel fun to use. Even when you use the ability, I'm like, why is there not like a meter or something like that so I can tell when my weapon's charged? It's like a visual effect on the sword, and there's like a sound that plays, but sometimes like there's so much chaos you can't even tell, right? I did do the Easter egg recently. Boss fight, people were saying it was like the best one ever, aside from like the one from Infinite Warfare, the one where you fight against like it's like the devil basically is what it is. But I didn't play that boss fight, but I did play the boss fight for this map, and the mechanic is basically just you shoot the boss's armor off, and then a critical spot opens up, and you shoot that. That's the entire boss fight. There's like lava everywhere, which is kind of, it's an obstacle, but it didn't feel like it was much different from the boss fight from Horizon Rock, and that one was very basic as well. So I didn't like the map very much when it first came out. I did the Easter egg, and I didn't like that either. So I'm just not very impressed by this map. So that's how I feel about it.
Hopefully the next one lives up to his very high expectations.
Well, because it's like people hyped it up like it was like the best thing ever, and I'm like, it's not a bad map per se, but it's not revolutionary. And the wonder weapons, because there's 4 of them, aren't.
I think it has
fun.
my favorite spawn area. I like how you can just go in circles around the fountain. Like, I don't know, and like everything that you need is there. Like the armor thing. And
I think you have to understand that in the past, since like Black Ops 4, people are used to Vanguard zombies and freaking Firebase Z and D Machina, which I liked both of those maps.
Me too.
But the amount of like 4 wonder weapons, even though they're not good, 4 wonder weapons and the boss fight and just all the little side Easter eggs and just I don't know. I think it's the first pretty awesome zombies map that we've had in a long time, so I think that's why people are loving it
I don't know,
so much.
because D Machine technically had 4 wonder weapons because you would take I think it's literally called the
Which
die
game was D Machine?
Cold War.
Cold War.
So that was the first map they had for that game. That one you had 4 elements that you could do. There was like the lightning. There was like some red one. I don't know what that was supposed to be. There was Nova 6,
Yep.
and then God, there was a fourth one, and there was the ice one.
Yep.
So and then you could still pack a punch the base version of it, which to me I was like, that's really cool because the last time that we've had something where there's a base version that you can upgrade along with
Yep.
a different element was like Blood of the Dead when you could do the acid gat or the magma gat, and that was really cool. Which I think people don't ever talk about that, and it's a huge shame because Blood of the Dead was kind of crappy. Like the spawn area was a little disconnected from the original map, but I do like that you had the option of different elements for the blunder gat. But I don't know, like there are more creative ways to do 4 elements, and like the fact that you can't pack a punch or upgrade the swords beyond the element is like what? Because I mean, it's cool that it's a dedicated melee weapon, right? Like that's fine. I think that's a cool new concept. But it's like the fact that you can only kill 1 zombie at a time unless you're using the ability is also really stupid because then it doesn't feel overpowered. It just feels like you're using a really powerful knife. Like that's they could have done more. But
I agree. I mean, when I play the map, like on my high round right now, I'm using the Mustang and Sally. Like so I think they need to make the swords pack a punch. The abilities need to come on faster.
Yes.
And when you slash, it should take out a row of zombies and not 1 zombie.
I mean, I'd be okay with 3. Just make it so that it's because it makes no sense for you to have a dedicated melee wonder weapon that only kills 1 zombie at a time. Like that's so boring. Like it could literally be you pack a punch it, now it kills 3 zombies. Cool. Like you've made it a better weapon, and you're incentivized to go and upgrade it, right? It's not just that it doesn't, because I think their mindset was, okay, well it's always a one shot, so what's the point of giving you the ability to pack a punch it? Right? But if you make those little abilities like that, I mean they've been doing stuff like that where you have an alternate ammo type since like Black Ops 1, when you could do like I think you would pack a punch was it the M16 where it would give you like a grenade launcher or something like that, or maybe that was like, I think actually they might have been doing that since like World of War, to be honest. But they would give you like a secondary ammo type. If they did that for the sword, then it's like, okay, this thing's worth using. It's cool that you can block. I will say that's something I didn't expect, but it makes it glitchier to use. Like there's times where I've blocked by accident and I've tried switching to a different weapon, and then it switches back to the sword, and I'm like, I was trying to go to my gun, not the sword. So like they need to work some stuff out with that thing, but the map itself is okay. But I think it's definitely overhyped.
I like it. I like the new map.
I mean, I agree with what you said about the swords. I think they need to be better. Absolutely. I mean, it's just like the abilities are so cool, but then like there's no point in using them because they don't do too much damage. And then just the act of getting 25 kills to recharge it, you almost kill yourself because every time you slash, you get hit with a zombie. Because you have to get so close.
Yeah, and it does seem like they tried to balance it, because I know like I forgot how you do it, but there's like some way where you get armor back from killing a zombie when you use a sword.
The light sword.
Is it only the light sword?
Only the light sword. Yeah.
See, if that was across all swords, that would make it more worth it. But I don't know. Like it's like they were almost there and they didn't quite get it. And I'd almost rather the one weapon just suck completely than it be like on the cusp of being really good. Because like at least with the jet gun, when it first came out on transit, people could meme on it. They're like, this thing's a piece of crap. Don't use it, right? But it's like you have to use the swords for the Easter egg for this, even if it's just for a little bit, right? But you do have to use the swords. And then for it to be like, oh, hey, I tried it. It's decent. And then you use it more. You're like, oh, this thing isn't that good. Like there's a lot of promise there, and it just goes nowhere.
What's wrong with making a wonder weapon really good though? Like, it's not like we're playing versus players and we have to balance things.
Yeah, I don't have any
right?
issue
Like
with making it like super
make it good.
overpowered. And that was the main issue that people had with the liquefier in Black Ops 2 because that thing did infinite damage, and
Oh
then they
man, I
nerfed
miss
it, and
that.
everyone's like, dude, it's a PvE mode. Who cares?
Oh, I miss a liquefier. That was
I
so
never got to
cool.
try the original liquefier because that was when I was what like, see that was 2013, so that was when I was like 12.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't allowed to play that game until way after the DLCs came out. So
Yeah. I
yeah,
got to round 115. No, 155 on Die Rise. With the liquefier, I hid in the elevator, and there was one spawn, and you just shot the liquefier once, and it just killed
yeah,
all the zombies.
yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
the thing.
Crazy.
That I wish they would keep things overpowered because that's really like one of the main points of zombies is that like
Yeah.
you know you earn your way to that point of being
You,
overpowered.
yeah, you feel powerful,
Yeah.
and
It's almost like they
yeah.
don't want you to have too much fun. All right.
Well,
Well,
that's just how Activision
that
does stuff. Yeah.
I feel like. Why do I feel like the community was like, zombies is way too easy, guys, and then Treyarch was like, haha, you okay, buddy? All
Here's
right.
20 manglers.
Here's 20 manglers. How do you feel now, huh? Like, because I think Cold War Zombies was so easy.
Oh, it was stupid
like,
easy. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I could get to I think I got to round 200 on D Machine on like 3 hours.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
the top of Knocked.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, and Revelations in Black Ops 3, I got to I get so pissed off with this. I got to around like 97, and I had been playing for so long that one of the capacitors on my TV blew out. And so
What the hell?
I lost my game. Like
The TV's like, the TV's like, please, for the love of God, will you do something else?
Oh my god, dude.
yeah, and so like
Holy
and
crap.
that's considered one of the easiest maps in that game, and I was having fun, right? But
Yeah.
like it's like they haven't had that feeling. Even like Black Ops 4, they had some strat that you could do where it was like there's a specific melee perk and like a perk that gives you like a better shield or something, and that it's like really easy to get to high rounds. And it's like, yeah, you
Yeah.
know, like that at that point, it's a test of patience as opposed to like it's just skill, and it's almost like, yeah, it's a little bit more boring, but there's still something to
Yeah.
to show, hey, like I put in the time for this, like I earned this, right? There is some skill as far as like finding a strategy that gets you to that point the fastest, so you don't have to be as patient. But like it's okay to make it where it's just a game of patience. Like that's completely
Yeah.
fine because there's still some merit to that.
Yeah.
But I
No,
don't know.
absolutely. Yeah, I would love to play with you guys if you want soon.
Yeah,
Sure.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just
Yeah,
not Citadel though.
Are you guys satisfied with the Black Ops 6 talk?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think so.
I wanted to ask before we like start talking about something else. How are you on time, Shock? Do you gotta go or?
No, I'm fine. I'm good.
Okay. I wanted to talk about your Cybertruck. How's it been?
I mean, it's been
It's colder now,
lit.
so
Yeah. I mean, according to people on Facebook and Twitter, it should be broken down and in a ditch right now, but it's
I
holding
think
up.
ever since that whistling diesel video came out,
Yes.
everybody's really been pooping on it. But
Yeah.
I mean, dude,
it was really fun to drive that little quick
yeah.
drive around the parking lot that I did.
It's such a cool car. I mean, like I said, I'm a car guy. I have a built WRX STI 6-speed. I barely touched that thing this entire year at all.
Wow.
Because the Cybertruck is just so new, so unique, yet so much attention for my business. It just didn't make any sense to drive anything else. And I love it. I think it's grown on me. I think it looks cool. I still get middle fingers. Still,
Whoa.
That's crazy.
a week ago, somebody spit on it at the parking lot at the grocery store.
Like you walk out and there's just a
Um,
loogie on it, and you're like, man, what
Yep,
the
it
hell?
was a massive foamy loogie
Ugh,
on. Yeah, it was
Bro,
nasty.
that's gross.
Yeah. Yep.
that's
Yeah.
so crazy that people feel like that.
Well, I think it's just
Potentially
because
bad.
Elon Musk has gotten so involved in politics this last year. You know, people just kind of
Yeah,
it's almost like a symbol of that. So that's frustrating because
Hmm.
you don't deserve that. But what was I gonna say?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
know.
mean, yeah, I'm sure it's a much more comfortable ride, you know, and
Yeah.
everything. So I could see why you would drive that more. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, it's not like you're towing trailers and going camping all the time, right? So you're not really concerned
No,
with the functionality of it being a truck as much, right?
I mean I haven't towed anything
that's yeah.
yet.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
I mean, you don't really have anything to worry about in terms of like
I
the frame snapping or anything. So
no, I mean I love the bed. The bed is epic. I've never had a truck
a lot of
before,
room,
so
yeah.
just having a 6.5 foot bed is awesome. I mean, it's so cool. And then having the two 110 outlets and then a 220 volt as well, so I can plug in a welder and weld something.
you
Yeah,
could
that's
have
cool.
you could have wrapped it in Christmas lights like some people
I
do.
did. I did.
You
I put
did?
Christmas lights on it. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I can weld my my hitch back on when it falls off.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
are,
But
are you gonna do FSD on it or no?
it's already got FSD, yeah.
Oh, so is that
Mhm.
available? Like, can you actually use it yet, or is it just that
Yeah.
you've? Wow.
Yeah, I just came out on the Cybertruck not long ago. So mine is the Foundation series, so it came with full self-driving. It came with 6 months of free supercharging. Um, so I've actually saved almost $3,000 with my whole trip across the country since I had free charging and everything.
How many miles are on it? I know that trip
Oh,
put a lot of miles on it, but
I 7,000 miles on the trip, and it's almost at 14,000 miles already.
I've had my Mustang for just about 6 months now, and I think I just hit like 1850. I'm not driving it very much, but
It's not
um
bad.
yeah,
No, it's not
no,
bad.
what does it look like now? Because it's not G Fuel out anymore, right?
So it's still got that color on it. I did take the GFUEL logos off. But I'm actually changing the color pretty soon here because a company's sending me out like they have a Cybertruck color change kit, so they're sending me that out for free, and I'm gonna change the color, make a video for them. I get a ton of free like Tesla stuff,
That's
um,
cool.
to make videos on my car channel. So I'm gonna be changing the color, and but yeah, I mean, I think it's fun. It's cool. I love it, and I mean, I don't know. It's just the hate is just pretty
Yeah, that's
ridiculous.
wild. It
Like
really is wild.
I can't. I can understand why it's a lot of people are not gonna want to buy it because of the attention, even though it may be a very good vehicle after you test drive it and you realize that. But the attention is just like everybody judges you on the road. Everybody. It sticks out like a sore thumb, and everybody's like,
And you're not doing any favors for yourself with the crazy color that you got on it and
no,
everything.
no. But yeah.
Yeah, well, screw those people who spit on it and stuff, man.
Yeah,
That's
that's so.
unfortunate.
The fact that someone did that is wild. Like
I know.
yeah.
I'm waiting for the big old stinky poo. When is that gonna
Ooh,
come? Yeah. Oh, I just saw a video on the Cybertruck Facebook group. Somebody at the airport, theirs was peed on. So I
like
have
what? Somebody
yeah,
peed on like the top of it, or
yeah. Someone just came over and pissed on the door.
Bro.
And it's got the Sentry mode footage, so you can.
yeah, I know. I was gonna say like, doesn't that
He's-
thing record everything? Like,
Yeah.
people are stupid, man.
see somebody
Did
whip
you
it
check
out.
to did you check to see if you saw who spit on it?
Well, my truck was at 12%, and if it's under 20%, it doesn't have Sentry mode on to save battery. so I didn't get to see the culprit,
Damn,
unfortunately.
that would have
I
been really
know.
funny to post.
I know. He's just like, fuck,
Yeah, hawk toot on it. Um, yeah, cool.
uh,
That's good to hear that you still like the Cybertruck though. I
yeah.
know when you had the other, I don't know how many Teslas you've had, but I know when you had one of the other ones, you were talking about the the like self-driving that being very good at night. Has that gotten better?
It's self-driving is ridiculously good. Like
Gotten a lot better.
it almost drives smoother than me. Like it's pretty
That's
ridiculous.
crazy.
Yeah. Like it's wild. But there's still times where you're like if there's like a right on red or something, like a human would decide to go quicker on it and stuff like that. There's just some things that if you use FSD all the time, you're gonna just make people behind you mad. Like
Yeah.
Gotcha.
just there's just so I think it's really good. I do think have you seen the Robo Taxi?
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of stupid. Like no steering wheel at all. I
Yeah.
don't know,
I,
man.
I I would still want the option. It should be like
Yeah,
iRobot where it like comes out, you know.
yeah. So you can
Like you can
take
hide
over.
it, but
Yeah,
yeah.
like I don't know, dude. Especially not here where there's snow and ice.
Well,
Like
Yeah,
also,
what state are you in now?
New Hampshire.
oh,
Okay.
Yeah, it was -10 a few days ago.
Oh,
So
thank you.
dang, dude.
yeah.
Well, so with the robotaxi, I feel like somebody could sabotage one of the things very easily too, because they're just using the cameras, right? There's no lidar or anything.
Yeah, it's just cameras
And so
based.
someone just tapes over the freaking cameras, and then that thing doesn't work now.
Well, it probably
Yeah.
just won't let you. Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it won't let you start to drive
Yeah.
if the cameras are covered. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
don't know.
another thing too about the Cybertruck. My biggest issue with it is it has a front camera washer, which is
Mhm.
good, like a windshield
Mhm.
washer for the front camera, but not for the rear. And the rear gets more dirty than the front. So it just doesn't really make any sense. So I'm trying to install a rear camera washer on it myself.
That makes sense.
But so that's something that's kind of stupid and annoying. I think where you live, Danny, it would be fine. But with me, the roads are salty and you got this dusty
Oh,
salt, just this powdery salt that coats everything.
how do you deal with that? Are you just like constantly washing your cars, or
I mean, you
because
can't
I
because it's so cold.
because
So,
I having a Mustang, you know, those are built in Detroit, and that's considered one of the worst places to live for cars because so much
yeah.
salt there. You know, I had a buddy who showed up to the station with like a Camaro, and he put it up on the lift, and the whole bottom was all rusty, and I was like, dude, that's sketchy. Like
That that's
your
the
car's
only
just gonna fall
thing.
apart.
That's the only good thing about EVs, though, is have you ever looked under them?
I haven't.
Even
That's
even where the control arms are and the suspension, they still have covers. Everything's
yeah.
covered. Everything is
What is it
flat
covered with? Is
covered.
it like
Plastic panels.
plastic? Yeah, so you're
Yeah.
fine. And I mean
So you're
the
pretty good with EVs. They're really well like covered.
that's good.
And a Cybertruck is stainless steel, so it
Yeah, I
shouldn't
was gonna
cost
say, so you're not
anything.
even really worried about it, but like normal
Um,
cars, like
yeah.
I had a buddy who got orders to go to Detroit, and he literally was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna. He had like a nice F-150, like all decked out and everything. He's like, I'm just gonna sell it because if I take it over there, the value of it's gonna go down like crazy after a couple of years. So, um, yeah, we don't have to deal with that at all here.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people that are like car people. They actually like they prefer to live in like Arizona, parts of Texas. Texas is pretty
Yeah.
humid and stuff, and they get some snow too. But New Mexico and Arizona, and I think maybe Nevada are like the top states for
Yeah.
like car people.
You can't
Um,
live in California anymore if you're a car guy because you'll get
yeah,
state refed or whatever.
yeah, that and you're gonna go broke
Pop,
paying for gas.
yeah, pop the hood. What do you got under here, man? Like what the
Yeah.
hell?
Yeah, no, it's gotten pretty crazy.
Mhm.
I guess to end the like our last big topic was just, 2024 is over. This is the last episode of the year. Um you guys have any like specific goals in mind for next year? For me, it's obviously making my feature film. Like
Yeah.
that's really what I'm focused on right now.
Probably not die. That's a big one. I'd like to be
Good
alive at the
one.
end of the.
Survive. I
I
hope
mean that.
TikTok doesn't get banned.
That's fair. That's actually a really good point. Yeah, that's.
That would
Yeah.
suck.
I. What? Yeah. No. You probably know more about this, Danny. What's the current situation on that, actually?
So I do not see them actually like banning it on the 19th. I think they're gonna at the very least end up giving it the 90-day extension like the law says. And so we're basically like I don't think TikTok's going away anytime before
Mhm.
April. Like
Yeah.
being realistic about it. But
Mhm.
I know Trump this past week has been very outspoken, and I've seen a lot of senators going on TikTok and like
Yeah.
basically like I'm writing a letter to Congress that this is a free speech issue, and they can't
Yeah.
just get rid of it and all that stuff. So but I know Trump met with the CEO of ByteDance, and then he met with the CEO of TikTok, and
Yeah.
then he came out and he submitted like a 25-page memo to the Supreme Court,
Yeah.
basically saying like this is why you should like wait to talk about this and pause the ban until I get into office.
Mhm.
So I feel better about the situation than I did like a
Yeah.
couple of weeks ago, but um I mean that's like half my followers
Yeah.
if it goes
Yeah.
away. So that would suck. But I'm staying optimistic.
Yeah. No, that's a. Yeah, that's a good point. It's hard, yeah, because something that big, I just feel like there's no way. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I don't really like getting into politics or anything like
Yeah.
that, so I'll keep this brief. But I definitely think the Republicans are starting to realize the amount of reach that social media gives them in terms of campaigning, and so that's why they're like, "Whoa, yeah, you know what? Let's not get rid of TikTok yet. We
Yeah.
could use that." So I think the Republicans are really gunning to keep it. So,
Yeah.
like I said,
No,
that makes me
absolutely.
a little more optimistic. But I
Yeah.
mean, I am like the TikTok GFUEL guy, so I'm like,
Yeah.
please
Mhm.
don't get rid of TikTok. that
Yeah.
would suck. But
Then maybe I'll get some of my YouTube views back. No, you know.
yeah, you're like after this, I'm gonna write a 26-page memo telling them to get rid of it.
Uh-huh. Oh
Yeah,
man,
but
dude.
yeah, but you got any like big goals for the year? Anything special that you're been working on or just living
Um,
life?
I want to continue to grow my car wrapping business.
Nice.
I have my LLC formed for it, so we're official business is insured as well. Um, and yeah, I want to continue to grow that, and um, yeah, I love doing that, so I want to continue to do that, and just hopeful that G Fuel comes a little bit more back to its roots and partners with more creators and cares a little bit more about the community and creators, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I like being transparent. I do think that I've personally noticed a little loss of that kind of special touch or personal connection that the brand has with its community and over this last year with all the changes, internally. And so
Yeah.
I agree. I hope they kind of backtrack to what it was like. But I mean, there's you know how it is with anything. There's periods of change and there's
Yeah,
hiccups and stuff.
absolutely.
So, but I mean, I love working with G Fuel. It's crazy to think like that it's been as long as it has, and I can't imagine what it feels like for you. How long you've been working with them now? So
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
we've both put in so much, so much time. So
yeah. I mean, I think looking back, getting to do that like G Fuel man to the rescue thing that I did with Jason Mewes is pretty
Yeah,
dope. That's definitely one of the coolest things I did with them. Did you see my stolen GFUEL little short film that I did where we got robbed?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, like I did that.
Put the G
I
Fuel in
do
the bed.
wanna I do wanna put something G Fuel. I want to put them in the feature. So I think that would be cool to do because military guys love their energy drinks and it's a
Yeah.
military film.
Yeah.
It was really cool to just put that in like Pollo Loco and have everybody go, of course, you got to put the G Fuel in there. Yeah, freedom
Yeah.
fuel.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, that one was pretty cool.
yeah. Speaking of Pollo Loco, thank you for checking it out.
Oh
It was
yeah.
good to hear that you liked it.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
pretty crazy, but
Yeah, it
yeah,
was. It was. I was just blown away by like the quality of it. And I actually, I don't know if I told you, but when I was in high school, we had a dedicated film teacher. So
that's cool.
he taught film and stuff. So I shot like quite a few short films because I took his class like 4 times.
Really.
Uh, yeah. So just watching your film and seeing all those things that I forgot about, like, just everything. It was really awesome, and all I noticed like some of the shots, like just things really stood out to me, and I thought it was really really awesome. And the color correcting was super good. Especially there was a shot outside of the house with the white Toyota Corolla.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
think. And I don't know, something about the color correcting there. I just thought it was great. It was super crispy, super good. What camera were you guys using?
That was
No.
a red Komodo
So it's a red
6K.
camera?
Yeah.
Wow. No wonder why
Yeah.
it's so good.
And we're for this feature, we're gonna my cinematographer who was the camera operator for that, he still has that red Komodo, but he got the red Komodo X, which is like double the price and it has like a much better low light sensor.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of nighttime stuff that we're gonna be doing. Like
Wow.
these characters are like, so I don't with I guess I don't know how much obviously, because we both are in our own worlds. But with the film stuff, so it's based off like it's inspired by true events, like real stuff that happened to me, and
Yeah.
so it's about this kid who's enlisting into the Coast Guard, but he can't pass like the PT test, and so he gets
Yeah.
put into this like it's almost like one of those ROTC programs that like gets you ready for boot camp.
Yeah.
And so I'm playing like the guy that's training them, and they do every time somebody ships out for boot camp, they do these like little bonfire get-togethers, and so that's like nighttime stuff, and obviously I put my Mustang in the story and stuff, and so we want to get some like cool nighttime shots of that, and those
Yeah.
cool tail lights, Chris. We always joke around about that, but so that'll be really cool to use that camera and see how much better it is, and because I noticed watching footage that people have taken with the regular red Komodo, there's a lot more of like artificial like pixelation and stuff in low light that you notice, and with this one you don't really get that, and things just look better. So I'm excited
Yeah.
to use that. We're gonna use an anamorphic lens kit too, so it'll be like widescreen and even more cinematic.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for with Pollo Loco. I wanted it to feel cinematic and not like a YouTube video,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that was the goal with that one. And I think we pulled it off. So, um, yeah, thank you. It was just
Yeah,
nice to hear your thoughts about it. Speaking of movies, the last thing that we do before we end the episode is we usually give a recommendation, whether it's like a movie or a TV show, a YouTube channel, a new app that you found, or a gadget or whatever. It could be your car channel, whatever you want to recommend. But I guess while you think about that, Chris and I will go first. I finally watched Paddington, like 1 and 2, because there's a third one coming out, and they're really good. I think like some of the people that made like Harry Potter made them, so they have this really like magical feel. And there's a lot of the actors from the Harry Potter movies in them, but they are oddly like I think because of like Harry Potter movies, a lot of people consider those like good Christmas time movies, but I would say the same thing about the Paddington movies. They have this like almost like holiday festive kind of feel to them. So check those out. They're both great.
Well, I finally got around to watching both of the Top Gun movies, and
What?
I was very surprised by how like emotional those movies were. Cause like I actually teared up at like a few parts between both movies. I was like, whoa, like this actually did something to me. There were some really cool scenes in Top Gun Maverick. Um, without
The
spoiling
camera
anything.
work.
Well, along with that, but also like there's the actual scenes where they are doing dogfights,
Hmm.
and dude, like it's crazy how much it feels like watching spaceships like fight each other. I was like it's so fast paced, but like just like some of the reactions to certain moves that they would do, like they felt very genuine. Like there's a part where I don't remember like what country it was, but basically the bad guys. One guy does this move where it's like jets from before like the 2000s could not possibly do this. So this jet does this move, and Tom Cruise's character, he's like, "What was that?" He was like, "I have never
Oh,
seen
is it where
that."
the plane like just like stops, like falls backward?
Well,
Yeah, like
it like stalls and then
like
turns at
them.
the same time.
Yeah,
It's so cool. But he was like, "What was that?" Because it's like this is an experienced pilot. Like he hasn't
yeah,
seen that. Like you really can tell how crazy of a move that was, and it's like they did a phenomenal job of
dude.
showing that. So it was
That
just really cool, man.
Top Gun Maverick in IMAX was insane. Definitely one of like the best IMAX
Well,
experiences
I
I've
mean,
had.
I think I was telling you earlier. There's like the scene at the beginning with the Dark Star, which is supposed to be like the SR-72 kind of
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
and you see a little Skunk Works logo on the actual plane, and I was like, oh, like that's like it feels very grounded. Like this could be legit. It probably isn't, but it was like just the idea that hey, like this guy could be working on something that's actually being made. It's just really cool. Um,
yeah,
so I think Maverick was definitely like more actiony. Um,
yeah,
but both movies are just awesome. Like I said, like
yeah.
they really like it, I was very surprised by how much emotion there was between those two movies. Like it really hit. So
Yeah, the first Top Gun is like peak 80s. Like that
yeah.
that is
Oh, and the music is so
iconic.
good.
Yeah, yeah. The music is
Like
great.
I literally texted you like
Oh
while I was
yeah.
watching the first one. I was like, dude, the soundtrack is sick.
I love the way it starts where it's just like that little beat.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and you're like, "Oh shit."
yeah,
Um yeah, no, I really like I think Top Gun Maverick's a really good example of like that modern 80s kind of feel, you know? Like it
yeah.
has that. And that's what I'm going for with my film. I was actually gonna say because
Yeah.
there's opportunities that I have like in the script for like cameos. There might be one that you would be good for.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
cameo in this movie. We'll talk
Yeah.
about it later. But
Yeah, let's do it.
yeah, you got anything you want to recommend? Literally could be anything. No like sweat.
I mean, I'm I've been trying to like I'm trying to like see like okay, what comes to mind, right away. Nothing's like popping right in my mind.
I watched
I'm
Shock's Car Channel.
um well, I was mainly looking at movies, but I think there's been this YouTube channel that I've been watching a ton of that I really like. I don't know if you guys have ever watched Outdoor Boys on YouTube,
I
but
think I've heard of him. Yeah.
he goes outside and goes camping, and he like builds little camps in like snow, and like makes a
Oh,
fire, and he like cooks a dinner, and I don't know, it's just I actually that's a ton of stuff that I got for Christmas, is a ton of stuff to like go outside and camp. So I don't know, I've been really interested in like that, touching base with just what we used to be as humans. So I don't know, I've been watching, I love his videos, they're just so relaxing, like it's awesome.
Nice. That's a good
Yeah.
recommendation.
yeah. I think I've seen a couple clips from that guy. That there's like
Mhm.
one
Oh
clip
yeah.
where he has like that shelter, and then he walks out, and then like he goes up some stairs, and it's just like nothing but snow, like
Yep.
all around him. Yeah. So no,
Yeah.
that guy's got good stuff. I
Yeah.
didn't know the name of the channel though, so I have to look into that.
He literally in that video, yeah, he dug like 10 feet down. Like there was
Yeah.
like 15 feet of snow.
Yeah.
That's how much snow there was
Yeah.
at the top of the
Crazy.
mountain. Yeah. Have you seen We Live in Time with Andrew Garfield?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Yeah, my girlfriend and I saw that. That was very impressive.
Really sad.
Yeah,
Really good movie.
very sad, but very real.
Yeah, yeah. I really liked how they like. I don't want to spoil anything, but like the way it was all portrayed and everything was really it was really well made. Yeah,
No, absolutely. Has anybody
definitely had me
seen...
crying at the end.
Oh, right.
So
Has
sad.
anybody seen Wild Robot?
Yeah,
Is that one worth seeing?
absolutely. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, my
What-
girlfriend and I want to watch
The
it.
Wild Robot.
What is that one?
It's probably the movie that's gonna win Best Animated Film of the Year. It's
It's by DreamWorks, right?
yeah, it's this ship full of like robots in the future like crashes on an island, and the otters like wake one of them up, and it's like doesn't have anything to do, so it just starts like adapting to its environment, and like got a lot of heart and stuff. The robot starts raising like a runt goose or whatever. It's really good. I don't know how to explain it. It's a
runt
kids family
goose?
movie, man. It is. It's a runt. Like they're like, oh, this goose is gonna like whatever, man. The animals talk. Okay. I'm telling you though, it's probably gonna win Best Animated Film of the Year.
Well, because what else
Right,
came out
it's-
that was animated? Not much.
Inside Out, too.
Yeah,
Inside
but
Out 2 was really
I
good.
haven't heard anything about
Despicable
that.
Me.
Well, that Despicable Me was really good. I did like that one.
Yeah. I got Theo the like fart cannon gun for
Oh my God,
Christmas.
no way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
you
goes and
actually-
smells it.
Yeah, you actually put like they have like one of them smells like popcorn and the other one smells like burnt marshmallows, and you put the liquid in it and it actually shoots like vapor rings.
Oh my God.
It's pretty awesome. But
Yeah, I know that Sonic just came out. I haven't watched
Oh,
it.
I
that
didn't even think about
Sonic
that.
3 was actually like really good. I was surprised. I did not care for the first two, but that was actually a good movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Never have I heard of a third being good.
Right?
better than
Yeah.
the second.
Well, Star Wars Episode 3.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That does count.
All right. All right.
That's it. Though. That's the only example I could think of.
Oh, Kung Fu Panda 4 came out this year.
Oh,
Yeah, it
I
was fun.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Um,
It was a fun one to take Theo to.
I think Inside Out was probably a really good one.
Mhm.
Despicable Me. What about, did anybody see If with Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, that one was kind of a letdown. It definitely
looked
wasn't as like
weird.
it wasn't as good as it like looked.
Yeah.
It was a weird movie.
Oh, Danny, something that you have to watch. My girlfriend and I just watched it. It's a short film on Disney Plus, and I was like, it's like this weird animation. I think it's called, it's an owl. Short film. Let's see. What is it? Oh, it's called An Almost Christmas Story.
Almost Christmas Story.
Yeah. It was the most amazing short film I think my girlfriend and I have ever seen.
25 minutes.
It was just like the animation style was basically cardboard. Everything was cardboard. And it was just
Looks really cool.
it didn't have, how, like, I feel like I don't want to get into political things either, but I feel like so many animated movies these days or something, they have like, there's a theme to them or whatever.
Yeah.
All this was an amazing story, and that was it.
Cool.
It
I'll
was
check it out. I saw Jim Gaffigan and like some other like John C. Riley. They were like voices in it, so that's cool.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the recommendation.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, Happy New Year. We'll see you next time. It'll be 2025. Get you some GFUEL. Use code DannyD, code Shock. Get you some Fit Butters. Join the Patreon, and thanks for watching, and thanks for being here, Shock.
Yeah,
Thanks for being a
absolutely.
guest. We'd love to have you on again sometime.
Hell yeah.